Question 7. Megan goes on a walking holiday for 5 days. The table shows how far she walked in the first 4 days. Megan says, my average for the first 4 days is more than 15 kilometres. Explain why Megan is correct. Well, in this sort of example, the word average usually means the mean. So we're looking at the mean average. Now, to find the mean, you have to add all the numbers up to find the total. And once you've got the total, you have to divide this total by how many numbers there are. So add them up, find the total, and divide by how many there are. So if we do that for the numbers we've got so far, we're going to have 14 plus 23 plus 13 plus 13. Now, it is a calculator paper, so why not take advantage of that? So it's 14 plus 23 plus 13 plus 13. So the total of these 4 numbers, the total distance she's walked so far is 63 kilometres. Now we need to divide by how many days there are, so it's going to be divided by 4, because there are 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 63 divided by 4, let's just clear the calculator to make sure we're doing it right again. 63 divided by 4 equals 15.75. So it's 15.75 kilometres. Now she actually said that her average for the first 4 days was more than 15. And now you can see why this is, because 15.75 is more than 15. So that works. Now if we scroll down to look at the second question, it says Friday is her last day. She wants to increase her average to 17 kilometres. How many kilometres must she walk on Friday? Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll bring all the measurements from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday down to the bottom, because that will help us work it out so we don't need to keep scrolling up. So there we have the measurements so far. We don't know Friday yet because that's what we're trying to find, so we'll put a question mark in for Friday. Now, what can we do with this? Well, we do know that the total divided by 5, because there are 5 days this time, must equal 17. So the total divided by 5 equals 17. Well, if we work this through in reverse, if we start with 17 and work backwards and multiply this by 5, we will get the total. So the question is, what is 17 multiplied by 5? 17 times by 5 equals 85. Therefore, the total amount of distance must equal 85. So all we've got to do now is figure out what number is missing for Friday to make the total up to 85. Well, let's add up how many kilometres she's done so far. So far, she's done 14, add 23, add 13, add 13. She's done 63 kilometres. We actually worked that out earlier. So far she's done 63 kilometres. So Friday is going to have to be the difference to make 63 up to 85. Well, if you add on 20 to this, you would get 83, and you would need another 2. So it's going to be 20 plus an extra 2, which means it's 22 kilometres. So the final answer is going to be 22 kilometres. And that is the amount that she's going to need to walk on Friday, 22 kilometres. Just let's double check and run through that it works. Well, she wants to increase her average to 17. We're saying that Friday is 22. If we add these numbers up and divide by 5, we should get 17. So let's try it. 14, add 23, add 13, add 13, add 22, and that equals 85. So if we divide by 5, let's check it, divide by 5 does indeed equal 17. So that fits in with what it says on the question. Therefore, we know we've got the answer correct.